fellow beaters, it's JP and I'm back. I know I've been gone for a little while. And today I'm going to show you how to make these earrings. These are just simple fan earrings or bell-shaped earrings, and I used just rondelle beads and 11/0 seed beads. And a couple of 15/0s, just a total of 4 for the pair of earrings. So I've already made 2 different colorways here. So I've got this golden and burgundy set here. And then I made one with green and silver. And these I actually made a little bit shorter just to give you a different option. These were made with 5 units of right angle weave, and these were made with only 3. So just some other ways to make it shorter. If you don't like super long earrings, then this is another option for you. And so today I'm going to make the other earring for the green set, and you'll see exactly what I do. So if you want to make them a little longer like this, you can. There's not a big difference. You just stop sooner with these. Anyway, so what you need to make these earrings is, as I said, rondelle beads. I've got some 3x4 rondelle beads. So the 3 is the shorter distance between the hole. That's the 3. And I also got some 11/0 seed beads in silver and 15/0 seed beads. You'll also need an ear wire. And I am using an arm span of 6-pound fireline. You can also use wildfire. And of course you'll need a beading needle. So let's get started. To begin with, you need to pick up 4 of your rondelle beads and bring them down to the bottom of your thread. And then you're just going to go back through the beads again and form a circle, like so. Go ahead and tie a knot. There you have it, and you should get a little square like so. And then all you're going to do is pull the knot into the rondelle bead here. And then I'm just going to move the tail thread through a couple of these beads. This should be fairly secure at this point, but I don't want to cut it too close to the knot. So I'm just going to thread it through 3 and now I'm going to cut it and get it out of the way, because it's actually going to drive me crazy if I don't. So and now it's all out of the way, nice and clean. Okay, so now what you want to do is pick up an 11/0 seed bead and then go through the next rondelle, like so, and then you're going to do it again and go through the next rondelle, and we're going to do this 2 more times until we have a seed bead between each rondelle bead. Like so. And there you have it. Once you have your 4 beads, this is what your piece will look like. Now move into the next seed bead and then pick up 3 11/0 beads. And since your thread is exiting the seed bead from this direction, you're actually going to go back around through the same seed bead. And there you have a little square. It's basically a right angle weave unit. Next, move into the rondelle and the next seed bead. And you're going to make another little right angle unit just like you did in this previous seed bead. So pick up 3 of your 11 O's and go back around. And if you can, go through the rondelle bead too. Okay, so you got 2 units, you got 2 more to do. Go into your seed bead, pick up 3 more, 11 O's, and then go back around the seed bead. And last time, so go into the seed bead, pick up 3, and go back around the seed bead, and you can go through the rondelle. Makes it a lot easier. And this is what you should have. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go into the seed bead, the next seed bead here. And then what we want to do is we want to get up here to this seed bead. So all you're going to do is you're going to go into the next 2 seed beads as part of this right angle unit. And so now we're kind of coming up at the top, and you've also kind of changed directions a little bit. So we're going, I guess, counterclockwise, and earlier I was moving clockwise. It really doesn't matter what direction you're moving in, and you can flip your work if you're more comfortable moving in the clockwise direction. What you're going to do is pick up 6 of your 11O seed beads, and you're going to go into the next bead over here. So you're going into these top beads of these right angle weave units, just the seed beads. There you go. And we're going to repeat this 3 more times. So I'm going to pick up 6 more. And we're going to go into the next one. There we have it. Half a circle there. 6 more. Gotta hold on to my work. And 1 more time. And you're just going to go into this top seed bead. And you should have a circle, just like so. Now, the next part of this is reinforcing. So all you're going to do is you're just going back through all the beads that you added. So the 6 seed beads, and then the beads from which that are part of these connecting beads. So I'm not adding any beads or anything, I'm just reinforcing. Okay, so I've gone through the beads a second time around, and it's very important that I'm coming out of this bead that's part of the 4 right angle weave unit. It doesn't matter which one of the 4 right angle weave units, but it's got to be one of these beads that are part of this circle. The next part is we're going to be adding picots. So I want you to pick up 3 seed beads, and what you're going to do is you're going to go through the same seed bead from which your thread is exiting, and I'm going to go ahead and flip my work so I have the thread going in the direction I want. So here's the bead that my thread is exiting, and then I'm going to go through that bead and then 2 more beads in addition. Like so. So the picot, this top bead in the picot is directly above this bead, and that's where we started. So that's the bead that's part of this right angle weave unit, and that was where the thread was originally exiting. So that's where you want to end up. Now we're going to do this 7 more times for a total of 8 picots. So pick up 3 more, and you're going to go back through the same bead from which your thread is exiting, and then 2 additional beads, like so. And don't worry if your picots are not lining up. This will get fixed in the next part. So I'm going to pick up 3 more seed beads. I'm going to go through the bead from which the thread is exiting, and 2 more beads. So I've got 3 picots. I got to make 5 more. And here we go again. So this is the bead from which the thread is exiting, and then I'm going through 2 additional. So I have a total of 6. I got 2 more to make. This is the last one. So okay. So now if you've done this correctly, this last picot should have aligned the same way the first picot aligned. So this top bead of the picot should be sitting right on top of this bead, which is part of this 4 unit, like so. Now what you're going to do is you want to go back to the beginning of our picot. So we're actually just going to move all the way down here again. So we're not adding any beads at this point, we're just getting our needle into position. So you want to come out of, you're not going to come out of this bead that's part of the unit, the right angle weave unit here. You're going to come out of the one before it, like I am now, there. And then you're going to go up into the picot. So you're just going to go up this bead and this bead, so you end up at the top bead of this picot here. And this is where you are. So what we're going to do next is just for the first and the last part of this, we are going to pick up a 15-0 seed bead, a rondelle, and then a 15-0. So this is what you should have. And we're going to go into this next top bead of this picot, of the next picot. So here, like so. And it should just pop right into place, and that's all you need. Now all you're going to do is pick up a rondelle bead. You're not going to pick up any 15-0s, and you're going to go into the next picot. And the reason I picked up 15-0s only in the first one there, not in the next subsequent ones, is for spacing. So you'll get this whole piece will sit flat if you do it that way. If you put 15-0s in between next to every single one of these rondelles, then the pieces are going to sit flat. And that's okay if you want that kind of effect. I kind of wanted this to sit nice and flat. So I'm not putting any 15-0s here in the middle ones. I will be doing that in the last one, so it kind of matches this first one here. Okay, so I got 2 more to add. And so, okay, so we got 1 more here. And to add this next one, we're going to again pick up a 15-0, a rondelle, and then another 15-0. So I have that, and we're going to add it here. So only the first one and the last ones get the 15-0s. And you get this nice fan shape or bell shape, whichever you prefer. And most of your earring is done, so we're just now going to add our little stem piece here. And in order to do that, we need to get up into this bead here. Right here, and that again is part of our right angle weave unit. So we're coming out of this picot bead, so we're just going to go down 1 bead, and then we're going to go up into the loop here, part of our circle. And 1 more bead, and we're in position. Okay, now we're in position. So you are going to pick up 3 beads and go back through the same bead from which we're exiting. And this is what you'll get. And then you're going to move into two beads, so you're in position to add another unit, like so. And we're going to go back around. And there's our second unit. And I picked up 3, but actually I need to get to this top bead here first. So go ahead and move your needle through to that top bead. Make sure your thread is tight. And now pick up 3. And go back around. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add in the loop from which our ear wire is going to hang, but you can keep going and add more of these units if you want a longer earring, and it's completely up to you. It's the nice part is you can personalize this however you like. So I'm just going to move up into this next bead, and now I'm going to add 6 11-0s. And I'm going to skip this bead, and I'm actually just going to go down into this bead, which is opposite the bead from which the thread is exiting. So here's the thread, and then that's the opposite bead. And you get your little loop here. And we're also going to reinforce this part by adding beads in between. So we're going to put a bead in between this space here, and that stabilizes our little stem piece. And now we have to get back up into this side. So we have 2 beads that we're going to add here. And you're going to go back through this bead here, which is the bead we started with when we started making the stem. So it's going to be a little tight because we've gone through this bead many times now. And there it is. It's part of that right angle weave unit, not wangle. And there we have it. Then go up one more bead. And now we're just going to add a bead in between. Like so. And one more. And then just go up into the loop because we're going to this will also allow us to reinforce this loop here. And there, that's what our piece should look like. So I'm up in my loop and I'm just going to go back around the 6 beads that are part of the loop. Now to finish the piece, you can obviously reinforce this some more if you like. I'm going to go ahead and make 3 half-hitch knots. So I'm just going to go between the thread bridge here, which is between these any 2 beads, and I'm going to go through my little loop here and make a knot, and then I'm going to go down a couple of beads and do it again. And go down these 2 beads, and I'm going to go into the loop now, go through a couple of these and make one last knot. I'm just moving away from the knot, and now my thread is ready to be cut. And there's our earring all completed, and all we need to do is add on the ear wire. So grab your round nose pliers, open up the ear wire, hook on your earring, and close. And there we go. There's our completed earrings. So here's the other one. And as you can see, these were probably done in about 25 minutes for one, so you can probably make up a pair in about an hour. And here's the other colorway. So I hope you guys liked this video and liked my earrings. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, when you subscribe, make sure you click on the piece that allows you to get email updates whenever I upload a new video. All right, everyone, thank you, and have a good rest of the week.